Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read An Abundance of Katharines, which is by John Green. And it's really not that long, but it's probably the funniest book I've ever read. And of course in the book, Colin Singleton works on this theorem in which he tries to figure out why, in fact, he's been dumped by so many Katharines. He's dated 19 in all. Although I don't understand calculus that much, to me still I think it's a really quite beautiful thing. And just looking at it, I think somebody can understand this and make sense of it. And to me, I just think that's just poetry in motion. And I wish I had that ability, because I only understand geometry and a few things about physics, but not enough to really make any difference, because it's very complicated, and the theorems just whoosh over my head. But a lot of the things that make sense in this book, it's unpredictable, and there are characters in it like Hassan. I absolutely love Hassan. Hassan is absolutely hysterical. I enjoyed reading the book, and it was very enjoyable. And I highly recommend it if you're a John Green fan, and it's going to go into, if you can see all those books behind me, most of those I've read, some of them I haven't because I haven't had time, but I've got a bunch of Dresden Files back there that I need to read. But this is very short, and there are a lot of factoids in here that I really appreciate, and that were enlightening to me. And of course there's an appendix in here with all the math, if you're interested in the math. And I actually thought that the diagrams were really quite interesting in and of themselves. I wish I could say I understand it. I mean, I understand it when they're plotted out like that. That makes sense. And it actually reminded me of taking finite math, which I do not know why somebody would put me into finite math. The only thing I understood from finite math was symmetry, and that's a geometrical concept. Yeah, symmetry's easy. But they put me into that class before I was going to go into my medical billing and coding, and I failed miserably. Plus, the instructor that I had made me feel like I was about 2 inches tall, and like I was a complete and utter imbecile. Yeah, I did not enjoy that class at all. And then he has the unmitigated gall. When I came back and I saw him in the hall, I said, "Oh, hello." I thought, smug, insecure bastard. But, I thought, okay, God bless. And I didn't say anything. I was just, oh, hi. I didn't say anything outwardly to him, because I'm too kind to actually say these things to people. And I am not a doormat. I don't let people walk all over me. I stand up for myself, and I actually did that yesterday. Yesterday was the worst day of my life. I felt like I was completely lost, utterly pointless, and I'm wondering, where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I here? I was actually asking myself all of these questions. And this guy that used to work with me, he came back. He actually shops at Walmart, and he likes to flirt with me. And he's younger than I am, and he is just more annoying than fingers on a chalkboard. And he just is so irritating, so obnoxious. And he kept messing around with my conveyor belt, and he kept saying, "Oh, I'll take you on a walk after work today." And I said, no, not happening, because he does nothing for me. I mean, he's got zits, he wears glasses, he's just he's not very attractive at all. I mean, whatsoever. And he's just a redneck and a nerd, and it just absolutely drives me to the point of wanting to rip my hair out and gouge my eyeballs out. But maybe even hang myself with my own esophagus if I had the chance. But I know it sounds really disgusting, but Anywho, I'm sorry I'm ranting, but at one point in time I was trying to get back to my station and work like I usually do. I am focused on my job. I have tunnel vision when it comes to that. And once I'm working, I am working, and there's nothing you can do to distract me. Whatever you try, don't even think about it. I am at work, I am going to work, and I will work, and you cannot stop me. I am a freight train. I am a bulldozer. But anyway, I'm going to sound a little bit like Equius here. I am strong! But, yeah. But, he was actually in my way. And the thing that really drove me crazy about this is he said, I'll take you on a walk after work. I thought, no, hell to the no. And, and I actually said to him, I said, move. I mean, I usually don't say things like that because I was really starting to get irate. And I don't get, I used to have a really quick temper. I mean, if I get angry at the drop of a hat. I mean, my temper was very volatile when I was younger. I didn't know how to combat against it. But now, in this day and age, I just tell myself, breathe and calm, cool, collected, and this too shall pass. And I finally I had enough, and that's why I told him I could have said, get your blubbery ass out of my way, but I didn't because I'm just too damn nice. But anyway, I just thought I would get that out of the way and talk about my experience this week so far, and why spring is such a difficult time for me, especially considering that the 19th is coming. April 19th was the the date at which my mother passed. She had, and I don't know if those of you out there have known this, but if you haven't been watching my channel and haven't heard my reviews from before, and then if I go out into a rant, and this is what I talk about sometimes, she had uterine cancer, and she was clear for 2 whole years, and then it came back, and it's very aggressive when it does, and it's just notoriously virulent, and it just took over, and she passed away at 4:30 p.m. on April 19th, 2008. And that's actually this year it is right after Good Friday. So yeah, Easter's difficult for me because I get to see people with their kids, and I don't have that in my life. And just for me, being a singleton, Colin Singleton, sorry, I had to. His name's Singleton, for God's sakes. But being a singleton, it's rough. It really is. And somehow I will fight through this. But it's just right now, I'm at the point in time in my life where I'm wondering, where am I? What am I doing? Why am I here? And what's my purpose? Do I want to be like the Joneses? Do I want to have what everybody else has? Why don't I have somebody on my arm, or somebody I can come home to and chat with and be my helpmeet? And I'm thinking, why am I thinking like everything depends on this? Why am I so programmed into this ideology that I have to have somebody in my life, when I doubt that anybody could ever put up with me because of my intellect? I just don't understand that. People are afraid of me. They're intimidated of me. I'm smart. I can't help that. I know I come across as probably a big D-bag sometimes, and I can't help that either because I'm very honest in what I say. So I'm sorry. I just thought I would rant and rave that out to you, and also plug Abundance of Katharines. I'm not going to tell you what it's all about, but the theorems in the book are really quite fascinating, I thought, and just the idea of somebody being able to do that. And he's a prodigy. Well, he's a prodigy, and I understand Colin, because I feel the same way. I'm just one of those people. When I was young, I would look on my arm and I would say, oh, I can make constellations out of my arms. Well, who does that? And recently I was looking at it and I said, oh, I have an equilateral, and then I've got an isosceles triangle. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I do. I know exactly where they are on my arm, but it's just one of those things that makes me very unusual, and just why people won't have anything to do with me, and probably why I will remain forever alone. And eh, I just have to get used to that, I guess. So that's why I have a dog and a cat, because animals don't care. Animals are forever loyal to you, and they don't make fun of you, and they will love you no matter what you do, and they'll stick with you. So I'm glad that I have that in my life for this moment, and somehow I'll get through this. And another update I wanted to talk about was the fact that I'm going to try taking my CCI on Thursday. Hopefully I'll get it. Hopefully I'll pass it. If I don't pass it, then I'll be a little bit down about it. It'll be something that I'll probably cry about, of course, but if that happens, I'm sure that there's something else planned for me. I'm not sure what it is, but since it's so expensive to take, I do not want to take it ever again if I do fail. Um, I just don't see the point. If I fail again, I never ever fail. But if I do in this case, then it'll be something I'll just shut the door on and leave and just let it go, as the song says. Let it go, let it go. But anywho, that's basically what I've been up to. Later.